Sounds like everything's going really, really well. Let's hope this is actually going well. So today I've decided to stream. I haven't touched my Helix in a while. I've just been upstairs doing things, working on this course. And it looks like my other kitty has just now come downstairs, which I guess is okay. Anyway, welcome guys. I'm super excited to share with you a brand new stream. Just wanted to get, working on some of these tones. I feel like I've kind of neglected this ever since coming up with my brand new course, The Creative Guitarist. Probably can't see that, but anyway, check out the links below. You can see where that is. It is now live. I've been working on that a long time, over a year now. So excited to get that out. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. I'm going to check to make sure I'm using Restream, trying to use that. I'm using Streamlabs OBS into Restream, so I can't really see any chat stuff. Be nice if I could, but I haven't figured out how to do that just yet, unless there's something over here. Live Studio, maybe? Nope, that's probably not what I'm looking for. Okay, so that's just to go live, and I'm already going live. I'm already live now, so studio dashboard. So good luck. Sounds like everything is doing okay. So I guess what I'll do is go into YouTube real quick and see what's going on as far as like the studio. I'm going to be addressing things from YouTube, not really necessarily Twitch. Because, well, I guess I could, but I don't have as much of an audience on Twitch, so I'm just going to pay attention to YouTube right now. And I could probably view this in the live control room. Let's see if that works. Oh, that just got louder. I do not know why, but it did. Control room, let's see if that works. Oh, that just got louder. Okay, so I can see comments there. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go ahead and get a new tab with Twitch, and I should be able to see both. I'm using the Vivaldi browser, and you can actually stack your different okay, you can stack your different okay, you can stack your different browsers in the same thing. So we can go ahead and stack both of those. Tile 2 tabs. Yes, now I can see the chat in both. Awesome. Okay, good. I don't know why they got so high all of a sudden, so let's turn that down just a little bit. Hey, Giddy. Okay, so let's see. Let me show you kind of what I'm going with here. I'm going to share my screen for a minute. There we go. So you can kind of see what's going on. No. I have to hide that and I'll show it like that. See, this is the disadvantage of not having streamed in a long time, so that I can't really see what's going on. I'm going to close everything that I don't need here. Okay, I think that'll be good enough, maybe. Let's just put this right here. That way you can kind of see what's going on. Okay, so everybody should be able to see that. And yeah. I'll tell you what I can do. So sorry, guys. Give me just a second here. Working on it. Go back to where I was at. No, I don't need neck diagrams pulling up. I'm going to tile that vertically or horizontally instead of vertically. That way I can see. how to do that. Tile horizontally. That way I can see the chat over on here on the side, and you guys should be able to see it as well. There we go. Okay, so you should be able to see this. If I go back to this, all you guys should see then, pretty much, there we go, is the chat. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Now I can see the chat. Go ahead and let me some chats if you see this at all. Hopefully everything is going all right. So right now I've got a glisten freeze that I've just named it. I don't know if I got this from some certain place or what, but I really like it. I learned from John Cordy how to use kind of like a where you can freeze the pedal. So I'm going to take the pedal, I'm going to press the expression pedal on a chord that I kind of like. I don't want it to be a full chord. I want it to be more of like a, let's just say we want it to be like a spread voice triad. So I engage the expression pedal, and now it's froze. Okay, I go to a different patch, and now I've got a clean patch that I can mess around with. Okay, let's go back to the patch, do it again. Let's try something else. Let me just noodle around until I can find something. Stay where I'm at. Nice. Let's see, what are they? And that leaves that, and so I can actually mess around with that little switch there. So I just wanted to play around, do some stuff like that. Let me let you see what my signature tone sounds like thus far. Okay, this is the one I have available now. I have my presets available now. This is one of them. I haven't made another one just yet. But I do like the whole clone tone series that I had on YouTube a few weeks back. And that is basically taking a lot of the tones that I like from my 11 rack and trying to clone those into the Helix LT. So I do want to get back into doing some more of those. With the release of the Creative Guitarist, I've got a lot of ideas on how to be more creative and how to think more creatively. So I'll be doing several of those. And if you are a member of that, the customer, you will have access to a private Facebook group community. So we'll be able to get into a lot of creative stuff with that as well. Okay, let me have just half a second to check stream and how it's doing, making sure that I can hear it there. Check. I can hear it there. Good deal. Okay, nobody's in the chat yet. That's all right. So, like I was saying, I do have these this Helix LT preset available, and that is, you can find that over at ericbeatty.com/HelixLT presets. Okay, that will take you to the store that I have a lot of tabs. So if you like any of my tabs, excuse me, if you like any of my tabs for bluegrass and some electric guitar and things like that, you can check that out as well. But that's ericbeatty.com/HelixLT presets, okay? You can check those out. I don't think I have a link in the description, so you just have to remember that. And go ahead and check it out right now so you don't forget about it. Let's see how we're doing over here. Good, you can see me in the... Can you see my guitar all right? Not as much as I'd like for you to. Let me just go ahead and get my face out there. It's not important anyway, right? This is what's important. So let me keep working on that camera just a second. Change that angle so I can see what's going on. There we go. Now you can see what's going on. Okay, that's what matters, right? All right, so anyway, well, back to this. This is... I'll just do that. I'll just have it where it was, I guess. My Helix LT preset for the EB Sig Solo. Okay, so I've got this on humbucker mode. So here's what this sounds like. I'm going to start using my volume knob here. Why not? Okay, so what I've got here is I've got a volume knob here, which will probably, I may end up putting that on the end, I don't know. If I move that to the end, what would that sound like? Well, let's leave it on the end. That's a lot better. Where it doesn't affect the gain, it just has the same gain all the way through. I'm using on the... This is the lead channel. Let me just go back to snapshot 1. That's SLO clean. Distortion is disengaged. I have the SLO lead crunch setting. I like a little bit of crunch on this setting. This, once again, was used as a tone on my 11 rack at first, and I recently cloned that onto the LT as much as I could with what I had. And then I kind of tweaked it based on what the sound I was hearing, kind of. I wanted kind of like a stratty, twangy sound just a little bit, but where you could still rock out on it and do some solos. So this first one is the lead crunch. There's all my presets you can see there. And this is also based on my latest single that came out, I think, a couple months ago, called Inner Dawn. And so the very first clean, the tune is... Okay. Then there's a part 2, kind of like a verse 2, and it goes in a little bit more improvisation. And I hit that dirty channel, and that's going to engage the distortion here, which is a tube screamer. Okay. And so I can be a little bit more expressive with it. Okay. Then we get to the lead, and I have 2 leads on this preset. The first one is the main one that I've kind of used right now, which is actually this amp right here. This is the Soldano lead overdrive. This one was the crunch. This one's the lead. It engages that. This EQ stays on all the time. It gives it a little bit, kind of like a bright switch feel to it. This one is there if I need to correct any frequencies that are just really blatantly standing out that I don't like. This is just a regular chorus. The delays and reverbs are going in series here, or parallel, whatever you want to call that, just to kind of get them out of the signal a little bit, because I think when you put them off to the side like that, that reduces the volume level a little bit, like by half. I still don't completely understand these signal chains and processes and all this stuff, but I'm going to go ahead and turn this fan on so I can start to get a little sweaty. But I'm just probably the best thing to do for this is to check out all the other presets and kind of study what they're doing, so you get an idea and a feel for how to create your own presets. I also did a Helix video very recently, like a couple of weeks ago, so check that out. It's Helix Navigation Basics. There's a lot of good tips on that as well. Okay, Jacob Patterson says, hello, sir. Hello back to you, Jacob. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see here. And the last thing is just, I haven't decided whether I want to use this or not. It's the retro reel, which basically gives you kind of like a tape machine flavor on the end. I may end up using that eventually. I've got it there as a just in case. I really don't use it, but it's supposed to kind of like glue the tone a little bit at the end. I may end up using a compressor or something like that for later. And then we just saw the volume on the end. So, like, once again, that was clean, kind of nice and subtle. And then into the part two. And then we get to the actual lead. Okay, that's kind of a thicker, compressed tone that I really like, the sound. And as far as the delay, what I'm using for this is just a ping pong delay. I love the sound of a ping pong delay back and forth. And so that's what I'm using there. Now, I always get confused on this. I'm going to have to check it out myself again and just memorize how this works. But I was thinking that everything before the amp is mono and everything after the amp you can put into stereo. But I may have that backwards. So I hope this is a stereo delay. I can't really tell. I'll have to look at that again. It may, I mean, I can do this now and just put this before the amp, see what happens. So yeah, that's not sounding good to me. We'll put that right back there. Move that over where it was so that this out here can have some room. Okay, so that's the lead. And then also, I've got another one in this preset that you can get. And this is the alternate lead. Okay, that pulls up on the snapshots there. Kind of sounds the same. It's a little less compressed because now we've switched right back to this lead crunch. All right, notice this is disabled, and now we're back to the lead crunch. On the 11 rack, I had, for the lead sound, it was the lead crunch with a little bit more overdrive. And that's what we have engaged here. We have the overdrive engaged here. We have this one. And as far as what might be different between that one and the actual crunch drive here, you can see the drive is down on the crunch, and then the lead version, the drive jumps way up. Not much parameters change on the amp itself there. The volume's down just a little bit because that gain is going up. That's about the only thing that's different. And the cool thing is also the overdrive is engaged, but I can turn it off if it's a little too much. Then I can still have a kind of a higher gain lead crunch sound. But this is for the solo version. Oops. I'm going to try it again. Okay, versus. Okay, so that's what we have for this. Now, what I'd like to do is, lately, and I talked to John Cordy about this today. He was on a live stream. I forget which what the name of it is, but if you look up today's date, September 12th, you'll see the live stream that he did, and I asked him a lot of questions on there, so I was actually engaged in the chat quite a bit. But I was telling him about my option paralysis, is what he called it, and it was totally spot on. And that is, there's so many things to do on a Helix that I get down here and I get paralyzed. I don't know what to do, so I kind of avoid and fear having to deal with it. So I just leave it alone and don't mess with it, even though I want to get down here and tweak with it and play with it and stuff like that. So one thing he suggested was going into the actual templates here, and I don't know if I've done anything different. I'm going to save this just in case. If I went to the presets and clicked the templates here and just started with quick start or parallel spans, we can see what that sounds like. Man, this I'm guessing is probably gives me some parallel spans. I think it's like a stereo. That's what I'm trying to say. They have all kinds of different ones here. There's an amp spiel, whatever that is. But I could easily start with quick start and just start with a preset from there. Okay, so that's what I want to do. Let's start with a snapshot. I want to kind of mess with, I know I don't need a looper for this one, so let's get rid of the looper. I'm not going to need a woofer now, and I'm going to put the volume once again at the end. It's good to start out with just an amp, you know. Maybe I want to kind of focus more on focusing that tone. So instead of just one cab, I may want to try to do just an amp without a cab, okay? And then just do some cabs over here. And I always forget this. You want to select your block before you select the model, because then you'll change what you got. You can always undo that up here, but it's aggravating to do that with. So I'm going to put a cab. Let's see. Let's find the amp first. I want to mess around with, let's see, placator. Actually, the Cali, Texas. Let's see what that sounds like. I kind of want to see what the cleans, see what I can get out of this. A little beefy. This is supposedly Andy Timmons' signature tone. Not the tone as it sounds now, but that's his amp that he uses. So let's see. So let's go ahead and, oh, I know what sounds so terrible, because it doesn't have a cab. So let's match a cab. If I'm going with Cali, Texas, let's go with a cab here. Gotta have a cab or it won't sound right. Duh. Cali, do they have a Cali, Texas tab? Or cab, I mean. This is one thing I can start out with too. If I don't know what I want, I can just start demoing them. If it's a clean, I could go with the Just Deluxe. 1x12. Celestian. The Princess sounds pretty good. So I can start out with that and maybe blend another cab later if I want to. Just go ahead and do that. Give me a cab and just do another. Let's try the. Actually, what I want to do is the same cab. So I will copy that, paste it there. Okay, and now move this down here, move this back, and then everything else is on this one channel for now. Now, I don't want to, what I would do with this usually is just try different mics, okay? But I want to stick with one mic for now, so I'm going to disable that one and just give me this mic. To me, it sounds too thick. So instead of starting with the amp, I'm going to experiment. Now, I'm not saying I know how to do this, and this you probably want to start with the amp, I don't know. But the cab, from what I've been able to find and study, the majority of the time is what you want. to tweak because it makes a lot of the difference. Okay, so to me it's too fat automatically. I can see it's a ribbon mic, so I'm going to go all the way down to the Dynamic 57, which is a Shure 57 mod. And I could just go back and forth to the next one. Okay, up and down arrows control the mic. Now I do have it on my neck pickup, and I want to get more of a stratty sound, so I'm going to go ahead and get my Strat kind of tone out here. That's the one I had earlier. That sounds pretty good. So 4038 ribbons, one we can try. I might use that one for the blend, but I like that 4038. It immediately spoke to me, and I totally got my different stupid thing wrong here. Okay, so let's go back. 4038. Now I might want to increase the distance, or decrease it, or because of the proximity effect, bring it back a couple feet, inches. Reverb off, and we can get the high cut immediately on there. It's already on. Low cut, let's go a little bit more. Let's go to about 100. How about the early reflections here? What does that sound like? Okay, it's kind of like a delay. So we'll put it about there. A little bit lower. That's good to me. Go ahead and put that reverb back on. Okay, now that still sounds a little bit too much reflection, so I'm just going to line it up with this low cut here. Let's go to the amp and actually mess around with that. So bass can come down to about 3. Let's go to 3. Mids are up already. Treble and presence is up. Channel volumes probably could come up to 5, I guess. Master, this has a lot to do with the tubes. Cleaned it right up. Master down a little bit. All this stuff, I don't really know what it is, so I'm not going to mess with it. Okay, so far so good. I'm liking it. Let's engage this other cabinet. Kind of tune it with a different mic. Now I kind of like that Dynamic 12 over here. If I bypass it, it's turning it down. Let's put the reflections about the same, low cut about the same, distance same, everything the same except for the mic, okay? Because they're not summed to mono, what you could do is, from what I've learned, is get another block here, make it just a simple EQ, and then now it's summed to mono, if I'm not mistaken. supposed to some to mono. We'll see. I don't know. But I don't need this on for now. So we'll just leave that there for the end for right now. I can push the channel volume over here a little bit if I need to. Let's push it up to about 6, 7. Now, like I said, if I take this cab off, it lowers the volume. So we're going to go ahead and up the volume from a different source, which in this case being the amp itself. Let me check real quick, see how the stream's doing. Should be just fine. It looks like it's going to be. In this case. Oh well, I didn't realize that my head is being taken over. Oh well, I didn't realize. By the Helix LT part here. Great, wonderbus. Let me just go back to this and make sure everything right about there we don't want to have taken over. Okay, so that's what we need. Good deal. That's okay. We'll just nothing is going on in the chat, people. That's okay. It's 11 o'clock at night. Doesn't really matter. So what I'll do then is let's just make this a little smaller. There. Now we can still see it. Don't have to worry about what's in the background. Okay, so now let's go ahead and save our work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save this as my Cali, Texas. And I'm going to save it, not in the templates, I want to save it in user. Let's just go down here. That's a Cali rectifier. Let's go down here to 4C. No. Oh my goodness. I did not want to oversave the Reaper. Of course. And I have no idea how to get that back. Import. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to get that quick start back. It's very aggravating. The only thing to do is just undo a bunch of times, but that might. Let me save this to something else. Let me save it to destination 4. Off the set list, I need to be user 1, 4C. Okay, now, I don't think, if I go back, no. I'll have to figure out another way to get the factory. Oh, man, that tears me up. I hate that. Still getting used to it, as you can see. I want that quick start to be what it is, so I don't know how to go back to keeping that there. I'll have to look that up. Maybe I can download it from the line 6. Matter of fact, let's see if I can. Let's just go to the marketplace. See what we can find here. Custom tone. I need to find quick start. So let's look at quick start. I need that to be for chorus. Well, it looks like I'll have to find that later because that's not coming up right now. Aggravation. Aggravation, people. Anyway, let's go back here. I'll do that for another day. Let's go back to my Cali, Texas that I had here. Back in the user presets. Change that a little later, not exactly sure. So that's one tone we can do. Now let's go for another one. I can't really put another amp on here, I don't think. Well, I guess I can, but I can't put the Cali on there, I don't think, because it uses too much. Cali, Texas Channel 1. I can do 2 of those, but I can't do another one. So what I want to do is put it here. And I guess do the same thing. At this point, I want the amp to change, not necessarily the cabs. So that being the case, then I might want to put the cabs down here. And that's the whole thing about the whole signal routing, figuring out where to put things. So for now, what I guess I'll do is, since I'm going for more of a lead tone, I'll probably go ahead and do the Cali Texas 2. And I'll do the actual amp plus cab because that'll save me some DSP. It's recommended the 2x2 interstate. Change that to a multi. And since this is going to be a distorted one, rather than, yeah, I'm already cranked up here, so let's go ahead and put a, let's see what a Timmy would look like here in the distortion. I don't know what Andy actually uses. Okay, so before we do that, let's bypass that and start tuning the cabinets. Worrying about mics and distances, that's a 421 dynamic, so I'm going to start from the very end and see what I like. I think what's happening too, I need to disable this. And this is not working like I thought it would. Tell you what, let's do this. Snapshot 1 is that. Snapshot 2, let's see, let's just call this, well, I'll know it later. 1 is that, 2 is clean, we don't need this. Or these. I can move this down to path 2A. It's a multi. No, this needs to be none. Path 2A. At this point, the input gate needs to be on. We just leave it kind of where it is. Okay, so now we're going, I'm just going to go ahead and move these down so that everything runs into those. Okay. Now if I go to snapshot 2, 1, I'm going to save that. Automatically, we're going to want this to come up in channel volume. So, yeah, that's way down. That's probably too loud. Nice. Okay, so there's one thing I didn't see is these got 2 drives. So let's go ahead and disengage that. Sounds a lot better than what it did with 2 amps on there. I can engage another drive. Sounds very good, except it's too bass heavy. So let's go ahead and get the low cut and high cut on this. Let's go to 120, why not? Get the bass down. We don't need that much. It ain't all about that bass on this. Mids can come up, treble can come down just a hair. It's a little crispy. We can try these thick ones. Like it the way it is. Presence come down just a hair. Master might can come up. Go back to my stretch. Okay. Still, like I said, unsure with these. I mean, you can play around with them, but what I'm going to hear. Leave them like they are. And I think I do need that EQ at the end here. So let's go ahead and engage that. Let's go back to snapshot 1. Okay, that's off. Snapshot 2, we'll engage it. And let's just see, we don't need a low gain. Take the low down just a little bit. Mid frequency, we already got some mids going on. But I could probably bump them up just a little bit more on the higher end. So about 2K. And bump that up to 2. High gain. I could probably go just a little bit on 2 there, on about 1. Okay. So that sounds like. Here's some hiss. So let me play something. Kind of see what's going on here. Here's some hiss. So let me play something. Kind of see what's going on here. Okay, so it sounds good in your speakers. I mean, it sounds good in there, but to me, my speakers are a little sizzly sounding. But I think they just have that kind of sound. So if I turn this down a little bit. Okay. So. So I've got that sound going. I could easily add a compression if I wanted to, like the beginning of this. I could probably put it right here. Put a compression up here. Let's try red squeeze. Turn that off. Snapshot 1. Turn it back on. It's already on. Now I'm thinking that might be a little too loud. Yeah, I think it's a little loud. So let's go back down to about 6. has sensitivity. Be honest with you, I don't know exactly how to use some of these compressors. The level is way up there though. Let's go back to 0. We don't want to hear the volume happening. We want to hear the true compression coming through. So now let's go back. That's what happens if you leave your ramming bar against it. It's my new signature tone there. Who knows? That may be a trend. That's a little punchy. I'm not exactly what to use on that. I'm not exactly sure. 3-band comp, deluxe comp, kinky comp. Let's just do a medium, small attack, small release, kind of a longer attack. Spanky. I could probably go with that. We don't need that much level. Let's split the difference. Actually, let's go down to about 3.5. Oh. Kills it. Change my mind. Don't want a compressor. Gone. Okay. Alright, now let me go and my wrist is hurting, so I'm going to go ahead and sit down. So let me change my screen. See what I got going on here. There we go. Sit myself down here. It's a little bit weirder to do this sitting down, but that's what we got. Oh gosh. Okay, bring it way down this time. I'm thinking about doing a different angle altogether, like coming from over here or something. Anyway, okay, so I've got my Cali, Texas there. Go back to here. You can see what's going on. We'll switch up the. Hearing that now, definitely hear some harshness. So we don't want any more highs. Bring the high gain down about 2. On the amp, treble can come down still a little bit more. Mid's going to probably come up a little bit. Now for me, I don't know exactly what kind of sound I'm going for. I just know I just want it to be a lead or a crunch or something. So if I take all these drives and just start with the first one, see what happens. So they both got to be engaged. So let's bring them both up to about a quarter of the way. Now 2, halfway. let's bring this one up to see what that does. Okay. This one up. I guess they sound most the same to me. Bring that one down and bring 8 up to about there. Let's go with thick. Okay, so and then I can engage, I need to, this pedal, which will be that switch. Oh yeah. So this might be my metal, not metal, my rhythm. Okay, so sounds good to me. I'll leave that off for now, and I'll go over here to still got a lot to learn as far as how to make tones and things like that. But I'm trying to do my best. All right, so now what I want to do is I've had some time to mess with a tone, so to get a better idea of it. And once again, I may stick with these cabs, I may stick with something else. I can go with a dual cab, and then on the other one just change the sound. Matter of fact, let's do that. I'm on the 112 Princess. Let's go for a dual cab here. Give myself a little bit of leeway. And actually, let me go back. I need to know what mic I used. 12 dynamic, and this one is 4038 ribbon. Okay. I need a 4038 ribbon on this one, and a 12 dynamic on this one. And once again, if I still can't get it just right, I can go back and look at all these different cab models and see what I like. All right. Let's turn that off. Right now we're on snapshot 2. Snapshot 1, I'm going to engage that. Which I do not want to be. Oh yeah, see that thing. Distance was around 2, I think. Low cut was at 100. Let's just make it 120. Early reflections was about the same as the low cut. Same thing on this one. Let's make it 20%. Nice even number. I don't know why I got so much drive on there. Oh, let's go back to that. That was on my humbucking mode on my neck pickup. That's why it was so grainy sounding. And we can compensate here. We can bring this channel volume up to, let's just say 7, and bring the drive back a little bit. Make it a little bit more of a clean sound, I guess. And a man needs a little more oomph though, so let's do that. Okay, so I could do, I could put a delay on there if I wanted to, but for now I'm just going to leave it like it is. And what I want to do is go to Factory and go to one of them that I've really been having a lot of fun with. Oh, by the way, I just saw this. Let's just go to the Cali, Texas channel 1 they have. So there's mine. Let's see what they've done. Factory presets. So they've added the same thing, okay? So there's mine. This is theirs. They've got the drive down, the channel volume's down, presence of treble down, bass is a little bit more up. But their cab is a 2x12 interstate, whereas I was using a 2x12 or a 1x12 Princess. So I might want to switch my cabs if I like this sound. It does have more of a quack to it. So let's see what that does if I go back to mine. 2x12 interstate. Everything else is default. And then the 421 dynamic. 2x12 interstate. So let's see what happens if I add this. And I can't do that. Okay. Let's make that a 2x12 interstate. Go back to where I was. Maybe the interstate is supposed to be paired with it. Kind of like that, to be honest with you. Okay. That's a lead now because it's a dual cab. So if I put this to single, undo that and go back to what I had, which was a 2x12 dual. On this one, this is paired with a 2x12 interstate. It needs a little more treble presence. Maybe a little less master. And that sounds good for me. We're going to go with that. Sounds good. Okay, so I'm going to do one more thing, and that is going to, it just goes to show it's good to check out anything you're kind of got in your mind. Look to see if something else is named that on the actual preset. But one I've been having a lot of fun with here lately, what's this big dub I just seen? Not exactly what I'm looking for, but one thing I've really been enjoying, and that is But Does It Doom 29C. Love this one. Now, I've just recently added these delays on here. Glitch delay of one kind of pitch echo. Glitch echo sounds like this. And I like that because I've been having a lot of fun with the Loki theme. And I don't know what key it's in, but here's what I'm using because that gives me the nice low E as the last note. So let's take that off so I can this track. I don't know how the rest of it goes, but I was messing around one day and just kind of come to it. See. So back to start. Oh, that sounds awesome. And a little bit of delay. Let's put both these on set. Now, I'm not exactly sure what I want there as far as the delay. This was a pitch delay. Don't know exactly if I want that or just like some kind of big monstrous swelling delay at the end. Not exactly sure. I added those two like I said earlier. Let's just add another one. Get 3 to choose from. Do I have enough? Yes. Let's try to see what this vintage digital is. This is a big long one from line 6. Let's make that a quarter. Now, this is going to be dependent upon what your beat number is up here, 120 or whatever. Feedback, let's have big. Mix, let's have big. Bit depth. Let's go to 16. Feedback, note sync. Rate, don't know exactly rate, don't know what that is. Put that on. And I may, instead of that, this is searchlight, so if I don't have any delay, I want more echo. I want a lot of more echo. Ooh, I like that. Let's go to about 7. Pre-delay, don't need a pre-delay that much at all. Maybe just to give it a little bit of effect. High cut's good, low cut needs to come up. Let's put a little bit more in the mix, people. About 30%. Modulation, don't know if I want a modulation or not. Yeah, we want a modulation. Intensity is good, spread, 100%. We'll get rid of that delay. If I've got a nice reverb, I don't need delay. Okay, so a lot of fun, but does it doom? All right, so I think I'm pretty much done tonight. I've accomplished what I set out to do, folks, which is basically try to create some tones, mess around, play a little bit, enjoy some time on the Helix. So, once again, thanks so much for watching, everybody out there in Twitch land and YouTube land. Like I said, I'm restreaming this to both of you guys. And if you haven't checked it out yet, please check out ericbeatty.com/TCG. That's how you can go straight to the Creative Guitarist course. The first lessons, or several of them, are absolutely free. You just go ahead and start working your way through those. And if it the point that it asks you if you want to go ahead and log in and purchase the course, if you're ready to do that, it will guide you on that way. But keep in mind, there is for this week, well, not this week, but for this month, actually, there's a promo going on for a launch promo that I decided to do as an introductory offer. And you get half off the course if you use the coupon code TCG50OFF. TCG50 off. Okay? And don't confuse the 0 and the O. It is an actual 0 and the letter O capitalized. So check that out when you are getting ready to check out. Use that coupon code and it will take half off. All right? Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm going to get off here. It's almost bedtime. And we will see you on the next video, whatever that is. God bless.